All right, I'm here in Lake Havasu with Representative Gosar.
Grayson, how are you?
Pretty good. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
So, what brings you out here today to this beautiful patriotic event?
Well, it's a country, the rural country of Arizona, that's in love with Donald Trump. And we're celebrating Donald Trump and making sure that everybody gets their vote in and just rallying with people of like minds wanting to save this country.
Yes, definitely. So, you're in the House.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of turmoil going on with the Democrats. Would you say that after the 2020 election, we're going to have a lot calmer country? We're going to have a lot more working together across the aisle?
I doubt it. I think it gets worse. You know, there's an agenda out there. It's a minority that's vocal. But I don't think they're going to get what they want. And so they're going to take it out. So we're going to make sure that we have law and order. And so hopefully what we can get back to is we get back to the principles that made this country great, our Constitution and the rule of law.
All right, so that's why voting is very important. President Trump was right. This is the most important election probably ever.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least since the Civil War, because we really are in a civil war. It's just that gunfire hasn't started. It's a war of ideas, and then one side is actually coercing the other one. You know, with Facebook, Twitter, the platforms, the freedom of speech is not tolerated. They have their opinion. They don't want anybody else to have their opinion. So it's evil prevails when good people do nothing. And so what you're seeing here is a bunch of good people out here that are saying, listen, enough's enough. Time to get back to the basics.
Yes, yes. And you bring up Facebook and the other social medias. How are you feel you're going to vote on, was it Section 203?
230.
230?
So I got the bill that basically has been introduced by Loeffler and Cruz in the Senate, myself and Gates in the House. And basically what it says is that you change Section 230, you break that blanket immunity. And what you do is you define what is illegal speech, which is very, very narrow. And then after that, what you're allowed to do is design your filter that you want on your platform. And if they don't give it to you, you have the ability to sue. And then we can start looking at breaking them up with antitrust. But if you don't do the Section 230 first, the broad blanket of immunity that they get for anything and everything, all you're going to do is take 5 sharks and make them a herd of piranha, or a school of piranha. Doesn't matter how the size of the bite is, which you're going to get eaten up.
So this is more like the opening salvo, and what's going to be a long fight, it sounds like. Because a lot of conservatives have been kicked off of social media, like my friend Laura Loomer. She can't even get on anything. They just won't let her on there. And I've had stuff censored, but locally I'm still on there. So this is going to be a long fight.
It's a long fight, but you have to know the process. If you understand good process, you'll get good policy, and you'll get a good politics. And so that's why we're introducing it here. The House may not want it, but remember, we're working under CRs. And so after the election, depending upon how it goes, we may have a golden opportunity to get Section 230 put into a bill and part of the package. And you know what? Then you got it. So there's some magic that can happen.
All right, awesome. I'm going to finish up. We're going to have a last question. So what specifically about Trump do you like the most?
He loves this country. He really loves this country, and he's putting everything on the line. He's unorthodox. He's a businessman, and he's tired of seeing things. You do the same thing over and over again, expect a different result. And what's interesting about him is that when have you seen a politician? He's not. But when have you seen a politician under-promise and over-deliver? It doesn't happen very often. Everything he promised us, he actually has done. And you know what? That's something to take to the bank. That's something to take back to the United States.
Minority outreach.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Trump 2020.
There you go.